Welcome to the Los Culeros podcast, where the arrows fly straight and the conversations stay real. We're your hosts, Jose Jara and Josh Peña. We're just a couple of everyday guys with a growing love for the archery, the outdoors, and the journey that comes with both. By no means are we pros or veterans, but we're all in. Whether you're new to the bow or have years under your belt, you're welcome here. This podcast is all about sharing stories, learning from guests, and building a community around the sport we've grown to love. So grab your bow, lace up your boots, and join us as we dive into archery, hunting, and life, one shot at a time.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Los Culeros. Got Josh
up,
and
dude?
Chewy.
What up, guys?
We are still on the road to 100, so if you haven't subscribed, please do.
I was trying to record a video on the way over here,
Yeah.
and I kept getting interrupted, dude.
Damn it.
So every time, like, I'm connected to the truck, right? So
Yeah.
when I'm doing a recording or whatever, and then somebody sends a message, it cuts off the video. So
Oh,
I
man.
had a funny one too, because I was backing into your spot. I'm
Oh.
taking Chewy's spot right now, and then I
Yeah.
got a message, and it fucked it all up. So like, man,
Yeah, I pull up. I'm a what? I brought the Forerunner. I'm not gonna put both of them together.
yeah,
Damn
Yeah.
it, ran late.
yeah. I can't let that happen, bro.
I know.
Can't let you get close.
Oh, I backed up as back as
It was back to
as
Back
back
to us.
as back as I could.
yeah, it's like the balls.
That's funny.
Nah, I parked in your spot.
Oh.
All dumb.
All dumb.
Yeah, it's
That-
Ford. Just be careful with all the,
All the oil and
I
all
was going to
the,
say Ford K stuff, but I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, that too.
You better hope no gravel came out, otherwise you're gonna be stuck there on the rocks.
Yeah, right. We're gonna have to winch you out.
yeah.
2 inches.
No,
of
the
gravel.
winch is behind me.
Yeah,
Oh, he'll push you up.
Yeah, well, you gotta start it first.
yeah, that takes
It'll
some
take
time.
a while.
Yeah.
It's going to take some time.
Yeah, let that hamster run.
I don't know what is up with that either. That,
It's a Toyota.
well, yeah, that too.
Toyota.
It's been a little while. So, what have we got going on, guys? We had hunter safety this
Yeah.
morning,
Mhm.
which is kind of cool because I'd never. And I was telling Drew, I was telling the game warden, I was like, "Hey, man, this is pretty cool, and I like what you guys are doing, and it's really good information, like even for adults, because like some of us, like me, I didn't get hunter safety because I wasn't really into like
You weren't- yeah,
hunting
you
or the
weren't into it.
outdoors.
Mhm.
So I mean, all of it's common sense, but
Mhm.
there is some stuff that you're like, I like how they like reinforce a bunch of the stuff and like just keep it in the fresh in their heads. And Charlie enjoyed it, so it was kind of cool. It was a big group, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You actually all showed up.
yeah, everyone actually showed up. It was a pretty big group. But it was interesting to see just kind of how they all managed that,
Mhm.
and I like how they talk about like you guys are the future of hunting, and
Mhm.
you guys need to respect it, and talked about like ethics, and one of the very first questions was what is ethics, and then all the kids answered, and it's just doing the right thing even when nobody else is
Yeah.
watching,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
it was pretty cool, and it's like that's awesome that they do that for the kids and stuff, and just being a part of it. I mean, unfortunately I wasn't able to be there the whole day, but it was still pretty cool to watch. And I was talking to Drew about it and telling him that I wasn't didn't have hunter safety growing up, and he goes, "Hell, I might have you take the test." I was like, "Yeah, man. Only problem is I'm not going to be here the whole time." And he's like, "Oh, man."
Yeah.
So, but it was pretty cool. Did you guys have a similar experience like growing up? I know you did hunter safety.
Yeah. So whenever I did it, man, it was at the old high school,
Mhm.
and there was one of the classrooms. It was a whole week. I think it was like 5 to 8 every week,
Oh,
and then
wow.
on the final day, I mean every day, 5 to 8 every day for a whole week, and then the final day we did. I want to say we did the written test 1st,
Mhm.
and then the next day we did the physical test. I could be wrong on that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was I remember my dad taking me. My
Mhm.
dad took me through the whole thing. I actually failed it.
Oh, wow.
I failed it. I would study with my cousin Chewy, and I failed one of them by 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Damn it, man! I'll have to take it next year." And then a couple weeks later, I got my card in the mail.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if they made a mistake or I
Mhm.
don't know what it was, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Heck yeah.
Chewy, what about you, Chewy? Did you?
I did the hunter safety at the high school, same
Yeah.
Yeah.
place. I do remember. I don't remember the time. It was probably that. I don't. I know it was in the afternoons.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
but I don't remember taking a test on it. I remember they would ask us questions.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll pick random people, and then
Yeah.
I remember the last day they're giving out prizes. You would answer a question.
Mm-hmm.
If you got it right,
Give
You
you a
get
prize.
yeah. And I remember my cousin got a set of those earplugs, the muffs,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
the electric ones,
Yeah.
and I thought that was the craziest thing because I've never seen anything like that.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
was like, holy shit!
Yeah.
But I did pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Talking to Drew, he was talking about, the most important thing is the safety part. He's like,
Mhm.
everything else, we rely on the parents and the uncles and family, grandparents, all that to kind of teach them the hunting part of it. He's
Mhm.
like, but the most important thing that we want to emphasize is the safety.
Yeah.
And that was pretty neat, man. Just kind of seeing kind of how they handle it, because there was a quite a huge like swing in ages. There was kids there like that were like super young, like I think 7 or 8, and then all the way to like 16, 17.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And I was surprised some of these little kids were like sharp, man. They were answering all the questions, and they were asking questions that Drew was like, well, that's technically not the answer I was looking for, but you are right. That is, and then of course, you had some of the parents kind of like, like you could tell like, oh shit, they didn't know that. Or you could tell like, wow, really?
Yeah.
Talking about like ricochets and stuff like that, and
Mhm.
talking about like water shots and
Yep.
some of that stuff, which I learned something new. It's legal, but it's not okay. Like to shoot on the water. Like if a bird's on the water, technically it's legal to take that shot, but you don't want to take that shot.
I don't think they can be. I think they have to be in flight, like leaving the water.
He was talking about like if it's on the water, technically it's legal, but he's like you don't want to take that
Yeah,
shot.
because I know like with quail, you can't shoot them all on the
Yeah.
ground.
And
That's
he
illegal.
was talking. I think
Yeah.
he was talking ducks.
Yeah.
He's like technically we don't have a whole lot of ducks here, but
Yeah.
he's like yeah, and then they're talking about like educating the kids on like the non-toxic rounds, smokeless, all that stuff, which all that stuff's new to me. I was like, oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can't shoot quails while they're running?
Not supposed to.
Oh.
Yeah. He's all.
Yeah.
That's new to me.
Yeah, and I'll double check, bro. But from my understanding, you can't shoot them while they're
Yeah.
on the ground. Yeah, they have to be in
They
flight.
have to be in flight.
Yeah.
We're talking about like when your birds like communication, and all of it's communication, right? And that was kind of cool to like have the kids open up and talk to each other
Mhm.
and do that. But like, hey, I'm gonna be here. You're gonna be there. 45
Yeah.
degrees is all you have to shoot. And he was like, so if it's me and him hunting, you guys aren't here. Am I okay here? They're like, yeah. Am I okay here? But yeah. He's like, what about back here? And they're like, he's like, well, if I have to go over his head, I'm not okay.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
you're
like,
shooting lanes.
Yeah, shooting lanes
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff. It was pretty cool, man.
Yes.
I was pretty like pleasantly surprised, and just the amount of effort that the Game and Fish go into to get these kids
Mhm.
ready. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So-
They even have like at the outdoors. Well, they didn't have it this year. I didn't
Mhm.
see it this year, but they have a shooting simulation
Yeah.
where they have the 3D, kind of like the archery one,
Oh, okay.
but it's with the rifle.
Right.
And you have shoot and don't shoot type of deals, or you
Mhm.
shoot and you see where you hit, and it's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like waiting for the perfect shot, and sometimes you only have seconds, and
Yeah.
if you don't take the shot, it goes to the next slide and it
Yeah.
counts it as a miss.
Mhm.
It's pretty cool though, because it teaches them like when to shoot, where
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
shoot, what angle
Yeah.
to shoot at. If they're, it's not perfect all the time, but you want to take that animal.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It's pretty neat, man. They've done technology for that, and I was telling them like, I'm pretty sure they'll do the blood tracking thing. Did you remember doing blood tracking
No.
when you were in there?
Uh-uh.
That shit's cool as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
So they make some dish soap with food coloring,
Uh-huh.
red food coloring.
Yeah.
So when it dries, it looks exactly like blood. And he'll go and they'll spray the weeds and whatever, like make a little trail. And they have it's a decoy. It's like kind of like those Ultimate Predator. What are the ones that like the ones we have on the boat? What are they called? Montana decoys.
Oh, okay.
It's like that, but it's a deer, right?
Yeah.
And he has it laying down under a bush somewhere. But the kids have to find it with the blood trail. It's
Mm.
pretty neat.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
One of the things that was cool too is watching him, talk about like the safety for the kids, but also using that like as a segue into like talking to the parents about
Mhm.
like not putting a lot of pressure on the kids. Like you guys are gonna get antsy. You guys are gonna wanna shoot, man, shoot. Like it's right there, shoot. You have to remember, hey, you know, it's their shot. Let them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
them
it's
take it.
very fucking frustrating.
Yeah, it is.
It's very
you can
frustrating,
tell
dude.
all the parents are just kind of like, yeah, tell me about it. You know,
I've been like my daughter's first hunt. There was a deer hunt, and did so many opportunities. And it's like she's like, "I was like, he's gonna leave. You gotta hurry up. He's gonna leave." And trying to figure out the rifle, and it's my fault for not
Yeah.
spending more time with her on the rifle. And we've talked about this.
yeah,
But she wanted a whitetail,
Yeah.
and here in southern New Mexico, man, whitetails
tough.
are hard to fucking
Yeah.
find.
it's tough.
And I found them, and I just couldn't get her to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
And I always tell my kids too, and I think it's important too, that not every kid's gonna be a hunter. Even
Mhm.
if you put them through the courses and they pass flying colors and everything, until you put them in front of a live animal,
Yeah.
and they got to make that decision whether or not they're gonna take that
Yeah.
life.
Mhm.
That's where you'll find out they're a hunter or not.
Yeah.
Some will do it
Yeah.
and then cry afterward because they feel remorse.
Mhm.
And then there's some that will do it and just cold hearted, you know.
Mhm.
I shouldn't say cold hearted, but it's like they do it and they're fine with it. They
Yeah.
understand it.
He talked a little bit about that in the
Yeah.
morning. He was talking about how, you know, how did he word it? He worded it badass, and I was like, damn, that's fucking cool. Just talking about like how over the years, hunting's taken like a negative look on
Mhm.
life. Because a lot of people don't associate food with hunting.
Mhm.
Like they think that meat is just something you go buy at the store.
Yeah.
You know, hey, I'm gonna have hamburgers today. You go and get hamburgers. Oh, I'm gonna have a steak. I feel like having a steak. I'm gonna go get a steak, and, you know, or whatever it is. But they don't associate something had to die for me to get that.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
and with hunting, that's the main reason that we do it. He's like, it's only been recently that we started looking at trophy hunting because there's an alternative. Like now you can go to the store to buy, you know, your meat, but there wasn't that way for a long time. And he's like, even since like prehistoric times, people were documenting hunting on cave walls.
Mhm.
So we know it's been happening for a long time. It's part of who we are. It's just, you know, with Disney and you know, making it to where, you know, animals have personalities and, you know, animals
Bambi.
are talking and all this stuff. And it kind of shines like a negative light into hunting. And he was telling the kids, he's like, so this is, you guys are going to get judged on how you guys handle these situations. So talked about like etiquette,
Mhm.
you know, what are some things that you're not supposed to do? And it was like, you know, like the way that you just display your kill or transport it.
Social
Yeah.
media. all
Yeah,
stuff.
talking about like how, you know, it might seem normal to you, but for somebody else to see a dead deer on the hood of a car, you know, tied down or
Yep.
whatever, it's like, oh shit, you don't want to put that kind of light into
Mhm.
something that you're doing. So try to be respectful, even if they don't agree with you. Try to be respectful, and then just talked about, you know, getting written permission and the way that we take care of the meat, and then the stuff that we post online.
Mhm.
Making sure that we take tasteful pictures and not like, you know,
Yeah.
crazy pictures, stuff like that. And it was pretty cool just having the way he was talking about everything. Oh, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, man. So like, you know, when you take pictures and you post them online, you clean up your animal, you know, don't leave them all full of blood and shit. You know, clean them up, make them presentable if you're gonna do it. But yeah, it's one of those things where you gotta accept the backlash that, you know,
Yeah.
it's gonna ruffle some feathers. You know, there's some even family members, man. Some of my family members don't hunt or whatever, and they have their opinion, and that's okay. I had one in particular that I had posted us shooting in Baird 3D animals,
Yeah.
and she's like, I hope you eat everything you shoot. It's like, we don't shoot foam. We don't eat foam.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? It's an animal. I had the kids. I had Eddie's kids.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're just shooting, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
out of left field, bro. Like, didn't message her, didn't tag her, nothing. It just came out of left field. And I'm like, all right. I saw you eat spaghetti. I was with you.
Yeah.
I was with you when you ate. So how does this? What are we doing?
Yeah.
Let's say, you know what? Like I said, everybody's entitled to their opinion.
You're like,
It's whatever.
microplastics? Yeah, we
Yeah.
eat a lot of that.
We eat a lot of that. Yeah.
So it's like, it's not for everybody, you know. And I'm really careful when at work too,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
some people are really attached to animals, and,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's okay.
my thing is you know, I was talking to Mariela about it, and I was like, you know, if we're gonna have guns in the house, I want them to have the hunter safety and have the, you know, the safety part of it,
Mhm.
and I want them to be responsible gun owners and make sure that they understand, you know, and they, you know, hearing it from us sometimes it might not seem like a lot, but when you hear somebody that's wearing the badge
Mm-hmm.
and they're talking about how important it is, and you're dedicating a weekend to sit in a classroom, you know it's serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they talked a lot about, you know, backstops and making sure that, you know,
No
when you're
skyline
shooting,
shots.
yeah, when you're
Mhm.
shooting through something, the bullet's not gonna stay; it's gonna go through. Unless you're shooting elite, then you know, then it's not gonna go through.
Yeah, it's gonna go through that deer, probably the next deer, the hill, the tree, somebody's truck.
But
You know, some real
back.
hardcore
Boomerang.
shit. You know what I mean?
yeah, and then you're gonna.
But
wake
you don't
up.
have to worry about that, bro, because you're not strong enough to pull back in the lead, anyways.
Shots fired.
Yeah, can't hang.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
do we
yeah.
say? Can't aim.
You can't aim. Stop hammering.
Yep. Hashtag stop hammering.
Dang.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool being a part of that and just kind of seeing that, and then it was kind of cool seeing like how little these kids are and getting excited about it, and then they started asking them like, why do you want to hunt, or why are you taking this class, or where do you want to hunt?
Yeah.
And there's some kids in there like, I want to hunt elk. I'm like,
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
Heck yeah,
You'll
man.
see a lot of shit online, bro, where it's like, it's my son's first hunt, killed a monster, a bruiser mule deer or whatever, and the kid's like fucking a year old.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna do with my granddaughter. First hunt, guys, still a year old. Yeah, we got it done
Yeah.
Hunter
She made a
safety.
perfect shot at 200 yards.
with the 300 Win Mag. Perfect. Yeah, buddy.
dude.
Heck yeah.
That's right. But no, I mean, dude, they do have a really, really good hunt selection to choose from, dude.
Yeah, and that was one of the things too that like the youth encouragement, or is that what they're called, enrichment or encouragement hunts?
Yeah.
I think that's awesome, dude. That like they get such a good part of the hunt dedicated to them,
Yeah.
because I feel like if you don't do that early on, they don't have success early on. Like it's hard for them to stay engaged.
But that's something that you have to explain to them as a hunter yourself.
yeah.
You know that it's called hunting for a reason, right?
Mhm.
There's no guarantee you're gonna kill anything. Now the chances of it are, for a youth encouragement hunt, man. I don't know if they told you how it works.
Mm-mm.
So let's say you put in Charlie for a hunt, right? And he doesn't get drawn.
Yeah.
Then he's eligible to go for a youth hunt,
Mhm.
a youth
Mm.
encouragement hunt. So if he gets drawn, then those youth encouragement hunts, he's not eligible.
Oh, that's pretty
for.
cool. So yeah, like it's
So-
like a second chance.
Second
Yeah.
chance, but
That's
you have to be
awesome.
quick on the computer
Yeah.
to be able to pull those tags, because it's just like the leftovers.
Yep.
And they have
Nice,
first
nice.
dibs.
That's how we got our cow out tag
Oh,
or
nice.
muzzle loader.
Yeah.
We put in and he didn't draw nothing. His first
Yeah.
year put in, he didn't get nothing. I was like,
Dang
buddy,
it.
I was like, we didn't get nothing.
Yeah.
And we ended up, I forgot
Yeah.
about it. And at 10 o'clock, my boss called me. He's like, hey, did you forget him? I'll forget what? He's like, the youth encouragement hunt. I'm like, oh, dang. I got in and
Yeah.
I was able to get him the cow,
That's sick.
the
Yeah.
muzzle loader. But at the same time, I put pressure on him. Like we were in 50 yards of cow
Yeah.
elks.
Yeah.
And I was just like, buddy, they're right there. Get it. And then he'd take a shot. And then I'm trying to reload the muzzle loader. And I apologize. I was like, dude, but sorry. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't want to take that away
And
from you. And it's
It's
like
cool
when
because
you
it's like
have
a
to
learning experience for
you
both
have-
of you.
Yeah, it was.
know?
You had to step
Yeah.
back and just be like, hey, this.
Yeah, I did. And I knew I was going to be like that too with
Mhm.
my son. And I always tell my kids, like going back to what I just said about some of them are hunters, some of them are not.
Mhm.
Is I really make it a point to tell them, like, hey, man, this is the whole scope of things. You're
Yeah.
taking a life.
Yeah.
Now, if it comes to the point where you have an animal in your sights and you feel like you cannot pull that trigger, that's fine.
Mhm.
Mhm.
We'll pack it up. We'll watch that animal do whatever it's going to do, and then we'll leave.
Yeah.
And then we'll go from there.
Mhm.
You don't have to kill them because you have a rifle in your hand.
Yeah.
And for my kids, I mean, my daughter kind of
She's like, I got this.
yes, but at the same time, there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
Because she had never fired at an animal until
Mhm.
that elk, and she shot the gun plenty of times, but there was a lot going. I think there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
Like the guide, like, hey, you got to do this. You know, you gotta
Yeah.
do that. And I'm telling her too, like, hey, whenever you're ready. And she said, well, I got to use the restroom, and I got to do
Mhm.
this, and I got to do that. And so I dude, just take the shot, and then go use the restroom. Like,
Yeah.
well, we got to get her because we're losing daylight. So it was kind of crunch time.
Yeah.
And looking back on it, it's like, okay, we probably should have just let her
Yeah.
do her
Mhm.
thing and come back and be solid. But
Yeah.
like we had a lot of time before
Mhm.
she pulled that shot too. So
Mm-hmm.
it was a lot, man. Every situation is different, but I always make it a point to tell them, like, if it's all right if you don't want to pull the
Yeah,
trigger.
yeah.
But say that.
Yeah.
Hey, I can't do this.
And that's kind of the plan for Charlie is, kind of get him in if he's comfortable, kind of get him some range time, and if he's comfortable putting in for a hunt, cool.
Yeah.
But just like it's crazy because like I know if I can just get them out there,
Mm-hmm.
they'll have fun. Just
Yeah.
because like just being out there is a whole experience,
Mhm.
Sitting by that campfire, getting up early, watching the sun come up, like
Mhm.
watching the sun go down, like all that stuff. And you don't have to hunt to do that,
No.
but it's part of it, and that's
Yeah.
what makes it. That's what makes it an experience,
Yeah, dude.
And him talking about like how they're the future. Like
Mhm.
I want this to continue. As hunters,
Mhm.
you want this to keep going. So pass it down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, that's Drew puts out some great information out there, man. It is encouraging. Because they're not just badgering you with a bunch of information. They're
Yeah.
actually giving you some
Mhm.
insight on how things work, and they'll watch videos if they haven't already. They'll watch some videos
Yeah,
and stuff, and some of those videos are from when I did it, dude. You
Yeah.
remember the guy pulling the rifle from the back of the Blazer, and then he's like, "You gotta hurry up, and he shoots a round through the windshield.
No.
No, he almost kills his friend.
They told us a story where this hunter was out there and he blew a fuse, and so he had a 22 shell and it fit perfectly in the old glass.
Oh yeah.
And he said he was driving and it got hot enough that
Yeah.
the round went off, but it didn't
Yeah.
hurt him or nothing. But I remember that.
yeah, they were talking some stories today, and Drew was talking about how I forgot what round it was. He said it was a 22 long
long rifle?
but I guess those have like a different primer on the back. It's not like a
It's a rimfire.
yeah,
It's
there you go. So I guess his friend was throwing them, and he threw one, and it hit a rock, and it
went off.
and he said it came like it
Zipping past
whizzed
him.
by his head.
Yeah.
He goes, so you don't do that, and you have to make sure that you take care of the ammunition, not just the gun, but the ammunition as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah.
And he's talking about, I guess they were hunting oryx off range, and he said we never heard the gun, but we heard the like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then he's like, and then I heard it tumble.
Yeah.
He goes, and it's like, whoa, like
Yeah.
he's like, but because you're aiming at something 700, 800 yards, but in reality, he's like, if you go to page, I think it was like 28, it'll tell you like how far the bullets can travel, and
Mhm.
you're looking at 3-4 miles.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
whoa. It's
22 will say on the ammunition says on the box that it is capable of traveling 1.5 miles.
Mhm.
On 22.
Yeah.
So imagine with low velocity
Yeah.
versus the
Yeah.
high velocity,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
300 Win Mag, shit like that. It's
Yeah.
gonna
And
go.
then his there was a volunteer there, and he was talking about how when he was in school in Las Cruces, that he's like, when I was in school, he's like, it was typical to have people have guns in their car,
Mhm.
and I guess this guy and his sisters had ditched school, and they were at the lake, and he said there was a fish, and he could see the fish, so he went to go shoot at the fish with the 22, and that the bullet ricocheted and killed his sister.
Oh shit.
Oh, damn.
So he's like, it happens. He's like, and that's why he's like, you have to be very careful. This stuff isn't just something you can play around with and just do it again. You don't get any do-overs.
Yeah.
It's all stuff that's serious.
Yeah.
So it was kind of cool to have them kind of like not put the fear of God into them, but put stuff in perspective.
Mhm.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think it's important to let the kid know, it's like, no matter what caliber the rifle is, it is capable of taking a life.
Right.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And then that's what they implement a lot.
Yeah, they're talking about like treat
They-
every gun like
Like
it's
it's loaded.
no, not that too. But he was talking about treat every gun the same. Like it doesn't matter if it's 22 or if it's an AR. It's still a firearm.
Dude, like my family when we were growing up, dude, they used to tell us even about Nerf guns.
Yeah, don't
Not
point
to
it at
shoot
somebody.
at each other. Don't
Mhm.
point at nobody. That
Yeah.
you don't intend to shoot. Not nobody, anything. I just grew up with murderers and drug dealers, bro.
That's not the one you want to shoot.
But they would always tell us that the devil never sleeps.
Yeah.
For everything, the devil never sleeps. Never point your. And it was even Nerf guns, water guns, or whatever.
Yeah.
But they would
Mhm.
tell you that because that did it in your
Mhm.
mind that
Yeah.
that they're real guns are dangerous.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is like I saw this at the 4-H dinner. The amount of like little kids that had pocket knives on them,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's smart to give them one when they're that little, because if they understand it at that age, what that knife is capable of, what it can do, you know, it could be deadly. They're treated that way forever,
Mm-hmm.
but they'll also use it as a tool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're never gonna be. They're never gonna treat it like a toy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I watched a parent kind of snicker at somebody, because we were at Sportsman, and this little girl had she was wearing jeans and like a pearl snap,
Mm-hmm.
and then on her belt she had a badass little like pouch,
Yeah, with the knife.
with the turquoise pocket knife in there, and the no relation, just lady walking through, and she just kind of shook her head and was telling the husband, like pointing at it, like if it was doing something wrong. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what the heck?
It's
Like,
different culture,
it's
bro.
different
I've
culture.
never met a ranch kid that doesn't have a pocket knife.
Right. And it's
Mhm.
like stuff that they pass down, and they like
Mhm.
they treat it like with respect. And it's just like,
You know,
My grandpa's
I heard this
knife.
saying too, man. It's like, if you ever need help, look for the guy with the pocket knife.
Yeah.
You know, if you can see the pocket knife, that guy will help you do anything, and he's got the right tools for just about anything with him. But always look for if you want help, always look for the guy with the pocket knife or the
Mhm.
person with the pocket knife.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
man. It's just, I don't know, man. First off, why the fuck are you in Sportsman's if you're not?
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
the weird thing. I
But you know what it
she
is?
could be accompanying her husband, and she
What it is too is like
I
some of
agree.
that stuff meshes, like people that are camping, or if you're gonna go get a Yeti, or if you're gonna, but it's also like you're in their space.
Mhm.
Like if you go to Sportsman's, there's like elk and deer and on the wall everywhere, and if you don't do that,
Yeah.
like, you know, like I don't judge anybody. Like, why are you judging, especially in a place like that?
Mhm.
It was crazy.
You
dude. I
don't
was
judge
kinda like,
anybody,
what the
just
heck?
elite shooters on
Just
this
elite
motherfucker.
shooters and-
It's not judgment, bro. It's truth.
Yeah,
fucking
it's
assholes.
Asians
Yeah.
and you know.
Mm.
There's a perspective and there's the truth. Not just kidding, man.
Perspective is what I think, and then
Yeah,
the truth
and
is
the
what you
truth
tell
is
me,
what
or
I tell you.
what?
Yeah,
Fuck you,
that's
Otto.
it. Yeah. But yeah, man, that was pretty cool. That was pretty
Mhm.
cool seeing that. You know, that it was cool, man. It was an experience today. I
Yeah.
was like, man, that's cool. And like I leaving there, because I didn't get to spend the whole time with him. But just like leaving there, like I knew he was gonna have like the right stuff taught to
Mhm.
him, and I knew he was in good hands, you know.
Yeah.
And Drew's pretty cool, man. He's very knowledgeable. One thing that I did, I was like, really, guys, it's hunter safety, so they're there for the kids. But a bunch of the guys were asking him questions about
Yeah.
units and stuff like that. And it's like, all right, man, let's get back to the course. And he's like, hey, when do you think we're gonna get to hunt ibex again? And it's like, wow, the numbers aren't good, and it might be a while before we get some tags. And I was like, what the heck? And then talking about hey, what are the numbers now that they've taken away scoped muzzle loaders?
Mhm.
You know, it makes it harder. Have you run the numbers, like the success rates and this and that, and just like completely off topic, talking
Yeah.
about like they had questions that they wanted to ask the game warden, and it's like, guys, let's get back
Yeah.
back to the kids, man.
Yeah.
Let's get
You
back
save
to the
that for
kids.
those text messages, bro.
Yeah, he did. I walked in, and then we sat in the very front and told Charlie, we're gonna sit in the front, dude. We're not gonna blend in the back. We're not gonna sit in the middle. I want you front and center.
Mm.
That way it puts pressure on him to, like, you can see him,
Mhm.
and he can see you when you're not just in the back, kind of just like, you know,
not doing anything,
not doing anything.
paying attention.
Yeah.
So we sat in the very front, like right in front of him, and then they took a break. And I told Charlie, you want to go outside? He said, no, let's stay in here. And we weren't on the list. And I was like, hey, man, remember I called you? He's like, oh, yeah.
You remember?
He's like, all right, cool, man. He's like, yeah, I'll get him in right now and put him on the Excel sheet. And then he was like, cool, man. Glad you could make it out and this and that. And I was like, yeah, man. I mean, thanks for letting us do it. And I was like, oh, and by the way, Josh says hi. And he's like, oh, yeah, you're Josh's buddy. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, man, that guy has questions. I was like, yeah, he's a curious Asian, man.
Yeah, he is.
You know?
You know the thing I took away from hunter safety that never went away
Hmm.
was triggers discipline.
Yeah.
Like even when I carry my drills,
Yeah.
I give it a quick, zzz, but then
You're like, oh,
I'm
sick.
always
That's guy
carrying
code,
it.
bro. They hit the trigger.
Yeah.
Whoa, whoa.
you have to.
But
Did you ever see that video? And there's like, it's like,
That's
how do you know
ADD.
if you have a manly man?
mhm.
And then like
You
he
do have
hands him a
some-
tape measure, and then he's like,
yeah, you gotta test it, and
Yeah.
then
And
the
then you
drill,
get
and
the
then the
drill.
tongs,
Drill.
and then
Yeah,
some of them failed. Or all, I'm all, oh, you did it wrong.
The baseball.
it's like when you strap something down and
Yeah.
You gotta
That-
slap
that's
it.
not going nowhere.
Yeah, my son will wait for me. He's like, "You go say it."
you guys
You know, I'm not gonna say it, and then I walk around. I was like, "That's not gonna move."
that ain't going
it's not
nowhere.
going nowhere.
I don't have to say it. I know that shit ain't gonna move.
You go back to your truck. I can't do this. You gotta go back. That ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, you
If
gotta,
it doesn't
you
sound
gotta
like a
flick it.
guitar, it's not good enough.
Yeah,
But yeah, trigger discipline was always a big deal for
Yeah.
me. And
one of the
Yeah.
things that they kept drilling was they kept asking it like every so often was what's one mechanism on a rifle or on a firearm that can fail?
Safety.
Safety. And
Yeah.
it's like they kept and they kept
Yeah.
and they kept and they kept because just to put it in their heads that just because you have the safety on doesn't mean you can still be unsafe with it.
Mhm.
Like you have to be safe
It's a
regardless.
mechanical device that can fail.
Yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
But yeah, man, just like there's some fucking SIG. Just
Come on.
fucking. See, not
I have
safety,
that in my
fucking
truck.
fire.
Come on, man.
No, but I'm just saying though, like,
Ugh,
I don't even know why. I'm just talking shit.
yeah,
It's funny,
yeah.
but yeah, man. Just because it's on safety doesn't mean it won't fire.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the thing.
I don't think it's a coincidence that SIG and Milwaukee are like that. You know,
Yeah.
always malfunction.
on a different side.
On
a different subject,
What
I gotta-
Milwaukee has failed?
Huh? Well, I don't know.
Exactly.
All the ones in your truck.
All the ones in my truck have a whole kit.
It's because the grip's too big for certain people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
They
yeah.
got those
too
little
girthy.
hands. Yeah, too girthy.
yeah.
You know, I just didn't jump on a bandwagon. I've been doing Milwaukee since
Uh-huh.
you guys were in diapers.
Yeah,
Well, we're only a year difference.
I know, right?
But
But anyways,
you guys are your difference. You fucking
I-
old fucks.
I got a
True.
SIG for sale. Just whatever.
Slightly
nice.
used. Slightly used.
Never been dropped. So,
Uh,
but no, that's pretty awesome about the hunter safety. Charlie's going to it.
Yeah, we're gonna
And
give them
it-
a little test after this.
yeah.
So
Another rundown.
I always remember we never, or actually the way you hold your rifle, like when you start getting tired, you kind of hold it like a baby.
Cradle.
Cradle carry.
Yeah,
I learned all
Shit
those
like
today.
that,
I was
yeah.
like, that's cool, man.
Yeah.
And then like I guess
those the carries change, bro, depending on if you have people with you or not.
mhm.
yeah,
If you're by
yeah.
yourself, you can pretty much do any of them.
Yeah.
But when you're walking with people, you can't put on a shoulder.
Mm.
You know, or if you're walking side by side, you can't cradle.
Yeah.
To one side at least.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I usually carry mine in a trail. Most of the time, it's in a trail.
Yeah.
Unless I'm after something, and
And how's the trail? I don't know the names to any of these.
the trail is just like the floppy dick, bro. It goes forward.
Oh, okay.
You kind of
got
just,
your
but
el-
you
your
kind of
elbow
harried
underneath
under.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
It's
floppy
like-
dick.
yeah,
Got it.
Floppy
Yeah.
dick.
I
Yeah.
typically tend to
Flop
use the
dick.
military march carry.
Military
right?
march?
Twirl it around.
Yeah.
You know? Twirl it around.
I used to do that shit. No bullshit, dude. I used to.
Oh
do
yeah,
that.
you were in ROTC.
Yeah.
But nah, it's pretty cool though. I would like to go to one just to see how everything's changed since
It's
And-
very different, dude.
Is it?
It is, yeah.
I haven't. I mean, it's been so long that I took.
Yeah.
I was 16 when I took it.
Damn.
Damn.
So, I was like, what, 40 years ago?
40 years. Yeah. Shut up.
Shut up.
Not that old, man.
But yeah, that was the weekend. Well, that's been this weekend, so that's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Last weekend we had ASA.
Yeah.
yeah. I had
What
a-
did you think about that, Chewy? That was like your first ASA shoot,
That
right?
was my first
Dude, I
ASA
felt
shoot.
bad, bro.
Actually,
That was
no.
a fucking
It was
Josh, man. This
It
guy-
was-
Oh, you
Yeah.
fucking asshole.
like I thought it was pretty cool only because I was expecting to shoot with one of you guys. I didn't
Yeah.
know you
Right.
weren't shooting.
Yeah.
I
I wanted to shoot.
It
Just
took me kind of out of my element because
Mhm,
then I
mhm.
couldn't bullshit with you guys. But the guys I shot with started warming up and we started,
Yeah.
badgering each other, but not to the point where we go.
right,
like,
right.
yeah.
But
Oh, yeah,
what
of
did
course.
what did you do you feel like that improved your score, or like did you shoot better?
I felt like I shot better, but
It's that pressure, right?
Yeah, it was more pressure. Almost the same pressure when I first started.
Right, right.
Because with you guys, it's just
Yeah.
like we just hang out,
Okay,
talk
whatever.
shit, and we shoot good or what,
Yeah.
or don't shoot good.
Sometimes.
Um,
So,
but shooting the release, that I had more pressure on for the release that I was shooting.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I was actually walking through my steps more again. Like I was just like, all right, these guys are watching me. I had a pro with me, and this other dude that's really good. I'm like, man. And then this 15-year-old kid was just smoking
everybody.
And
Which pro was that?
Brian.
Oh, okay.
Brian
Yeah, from
something.
from Bloomfield.
Both, yeah. And but no, dude, it was actually pretty cool. Took me out of my element that, usually I have like the comfort of you guys, like not to sound gay, but I'm more relaxed with you guys and just like, oh, if I'm doing something wrong, you guys will be like, oh, watch him.
It's funny. It's funny because there's like a misconception. So when like if I walk up to you and tell like I'm a pro shooter, most of the time we're talking about promotional stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's what he was. And there's like some like professional like people, but
he was smoking it. He was hitting 12s all day long, but
he might have been.
I mean, he said
I
he
think
shot
you have to
for
register as a different class.
Yeah. So if you are a quote unquote pro shooter, you cannot compete at our amateur shoots.
Oh, okay. I don't know, but
we did have one pro there, but he shot it for fun. His score doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know, but he said he was a pro shooter, or maybe he just said that he shot for.
Yeah, he was
PSC.
shooting. Is it super senior? It was a senior class.
It was super senior 40, known 40 or whatever, and then, but I mean, even if he wasn't, they're still good.
Right.
And he was trying to walk me through some of my shot process and stuff.
Yeah.
I know Badger a while back, he said that I'm dropping my bow instead of like listening to it. I'm dropping it right away.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy told me the same thing. He's like, dude, he's a follow through.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right. So then I started holding a little longer.
Mm-hmm.
I shoot and I wouldn't move my bow.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Yeah,
it was a long ass course.
Dude, it was.
Yeah.
The people I was shooting with, they were a little upset, and they were more like, I shot with a lady and a younger dude.
Mm-hmm.
The younger dude was really good, and then the lady, she had just came back from Foley, so she was shooting ASA and Foley, and they were just like, it's too hot, it's too windy.
Mm-hmm.
These targets aren't Delta McKenzie. Like, why would they even put a shoot if it was this, if it wasn't that? The rings aren't this. They're supposed to be here. They're supposed to be there.
Yeah, I heard a lot of that with the guys I was shooting with.
I was like, actually, ma'am, these are one of the better courses in New Mexico, and those targets. I mean, you're gonna shoot ASA in New Mexico, and she was like, yeah. So keep in mind what you're shooting today and what you're shooting the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh yeah, no, you're right. These are really good targets, but I'm just saying, like, typically I'm not used to shooting these. I'm used to shooting Delta McKinley.
Yeah, and
that's what we're supposed to. That's what you're supposed to shoot for ASA. And I go, well, some of these clubs do the best they can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then there was a couple of like exaggerated safety concerns. Like, now again, safety is safety. You have to really take into account, but there was some stuff where I was like, okay, man, like we're what are we really talking about here?
Mm-hmm.
And but it was interesting, man. It was like, I wasn't anticipating shooting the class I shot, but I guess I seen that one coming because I shoot a super fast bow, and my equipment's like, I just wake up, piss excellence.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where, I mean, I guess you have to, just.
How many pounds are you pulling?
70.
70?
Mm-hmm.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah, it is.
I'm pulling 60, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you
shoot half a real arrow, it's going to go fast.
It's just, it's just when your balls drop, you start shooting 70.
Yeah.
It's just stuff
I'm
happens.
still waiting for that in my big boy wiener. So
big boy wiener. I have my big boy balls. They just don't have the wiener yet.
Just waiting for the second part to drop.
But I wasn't anticipating
they're almost in the socks.
And I was kind of like, oh crap, like what happened,
Yeah.
So it kind of threw a wrench in it where, you had to be under 288 to stay into the known 40. And then so I was over that and had to figure out, what am I gonna do? I could have dropped some poundage, try to lower my speed or shoot a different arrow, but just on the fly.
Mm-hmm.
it would have messed up my sight tape, which I mean, it was already kind of messed up anyway. I probably could have.
Yeah, so a lot of people will cheat the system, man. What they'll do is they'll carry a heavier arrow and then shoot that through the chrono and get their speeds, and then go back to their light arrows.
I just don't see the point. Like,
yeah,
you know, there's some people that
I mean, not at our level, dude. I mean, it's an amateur level. You know what I mean? And you can't compare us to the pro level. Because the pro level is fucking different, way different.
Yeah, and try to Nancy Kerrigan somebody for fucking local bow shoot. It's like, what are we doing?
Yeah. You know, and going back to the targets and shit, I think we're not the only ones that have. We use Reinhardt.
Yeah.
You know, we use Reinhardt. We don't use Deltas because, in my opinion, Deltas don't hold up as much as ASA do, or not ASA. Reinhardt targets do. But
if you're just doing ASA and you're doing one ASA shoot every couple of months,
we don't have to have Delta Mackenzie.
So if it's the championship,
if it's a state championship, we have to have Delta Mackenzies. You know what I mean? But like I said, it to each their own, man. We're at such a small level that it don't really give a shit. But if you want to be a sticker like that, stay in the pros.
Yeah.
Don't even come over here. I mean, that's my opinion of it. I mean,
it's
comparing apples to oranges, really, because I mean, the pros have pro money. You know, we don't.
Yeah. One of the things that she was talking about too, that I was like, that's cool. That, you know, she was saying that when she was in Foley, there was people letting down because of the wind, and she was like, guys, you wouldn't even like know there was a breeze. Like you wouldn't even know that. And she's like, and then you're there. She was talking about how they had like giant lawnmowers that were cutting like paths to the targets. She said, so you had 4 foot tall vegetation on either side of the lane, and you're standing in that lane, and you could see the trees above move, but like in that lane, nothing was moving. And there's people with umbrellas, and there's people like letting down because.
But see, like even windy. Then though, if you have that much vegetation, you know, how do you know if there's not anybody else on the other side of that?
Yeah, what she's saying on the lanes.
Yeah,
the target's open, but like the lanes where they were cut into were stuff on either side. So I was like, oh shit. But she was talking too that she was like there was people letting down because of the wind or whatever. And she goes, I guess she told somebody, you guys haven't shot in Deming, New Mexico. That's windy.
Yeah.
She said, this ain't shit. And she was also telling us about how I guess in Foley, she's like, it's misleading because you think you're going to shoot with all these pros, or you're going to see like the, you know, like the Levi Morgans and those kind of people. She goes, they set it up different. She goes,
they have their own course.
They have their own course. And it's like at the same time as your shoot, and it's at a whole different location. So either you go to shoot ASA or you can go watch, but you can't do both.
Oh, dang.
So I was like, oh shit, that's fucked up.
Yeah, they don't shoot with everybody else. Tim Gillingham posted some. I don't know if he posted it today. I came across it today, but he was talking about being an amateur shooter. He goes, "You gotta, if you want to be a pro and you want to shoot like the pro, you gotta put your head in with the pros. You have to go and shoot with them. You can't be afraid of them, because a lot of times these amateur shooters can outshoot these pros all day long. And the thing is, they hold these pros on a pedestal for some reason. Like, I can never be that. I can never beat him. But it's entirely possible to beat him, to beat any pro that's out there, because they're good. But there's a lot of amateurs that are afraid to put their head in, or their name in the hat with the pros, because they're pros.
They're pros. Yeah.
Yeah. So
dude,
like,
you know
can't
what's crazy?
be afraid of that. You got to put and it'll make you a better shooter too.
Yeah. You know what's crazy was like that happened to me kind of a little bit in BMX. I was in a different age group, so I was racing against people that were like, I was the youngest in that age group, but there's people that I was racing against people that were older and that had been in the sport a lot longer than I was. So racing them, and then like, even though like I was in last place or second to last, but their pace is a lot different. And then when you would go race people that were like my skill level or my age group, I was like second or third, and I'm like, whoa, what the heck? But it's like it's the level of competition that raises your bar.
Yeah. And we do the same thing with the kids in the archery group, man. It's like, okay, we'll pair an average shooter with one of the best shooters, and then you see them jump, dude, and they're up there keeping it up with the best shooter. And it's like, does they have an added confidence? Like, I have to do good. And it's a great motivator, dude, I think. But like with anything else, man, I mean, anytime you want to do better at something, you're gonna find somebody that's really, really good at it and try to mimic what they're doing.
Yep.
You know, if it comes into a competition, it's like, yeah, I want to be able to say I beat somebody that was really, really good. I still to this day I want to say I beat Chuck Turner, bro. I haven't been able to do it. I've come close, but I've never beat him. Yeah. And now he don't shoot no more, and I'm fucking sad.
Damn it.
Yeah.
But dude, with the win this past weekend at ASA, I was I let down with the hinge, which I was like, there's a few shots I was fighting through because I'm like, man, I don't know how to let down with this. And I just finally said, screw it. It got really windy and I had to let down. So I just put the pressure on and I let down and I did good. I'm like, all right, cool. But you know how I carry my thumb button on that little lanyard?
Yeah.
Well, I took that off because there was a lot of times where I was tempted just to grab it because it was easier. I'm like, man, I'm just going to grab it because I could let down. And I'm like, no, I shot twice. And those 2 shots with that thumb release were worse than
your worst shot with your hinge.
Yes. And
I was just that was one of the things that I had trouble with because I was carrying 3 releases at one point. And I would have a bad shot with the hinge and I'd be like, no, screw this. And I would switch to the thumb button. And then even though they were like similar in like dimensions and ergonomics, like how you held it, it was a different process. And dude, I'm sitting there punching the trigger and then I'm like, oh, what the hell am I doing? Go back to the hinge and then now it won't go off because can't remember how to do the hinge part. And I'm like,
dude,
I haven't, man.
I don't know how it would feel to go back to a fucking wrist rocket,
dude.
From a hinge.
Yeah. So I ended up I grabbed it twice after that. It was getting really windy. And I told the guy I was shooting with, I'm like, man, I'm just going to put this away because I need to shoot
what
with the hinge.
What do you think about tack? Are you going to shoot the hinge?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
If I get a hunt, I don't know if I'll use the hinge as a hunting.
That's I think that's where, I mean, oh man, there was 3 seasons ago where I hunted with the hinge and it was totally fine. But then there was a couple of sticky situations where I was like, I should not be using the hinge.
I think if you're going to use the hinge, learn how to let down.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just trying to stick with it. And
I've trying to learn how to let down on the field, on the live animal or in a sticky situation.
Yeah.
It's like, oh shit, this is not the right time to be learning how to do this.
Because I was full draw and the wind was just moving my pin everywhere. I'm like, man, I knew I had to let down. I was like, I need to let down, but nope, I just stood there. And finally the wind or it went off and I did a decent shot, but in the back of my head, I'm like, man, I need to let down.
With me, like, and we get a bad rap for ASA and Deming just because it's always windy, man. And it doesn't matter like what month we scheduled it. It just happens to be the windiest fucking day of the year.
The first year, dude, it was fucking nasty. It was cold and windy and everything. It was bad. Yeah. People still did it though.
Yeah.
That dude, Brian, he's the one like, hey man, you run this joint? I was like, I do. He's like, I had a complaint. I was like, all right. I was like, go ahead, dude. And he's like, you got to turn off the wind, man.
Yeah.
And he's like, I was like, yeah, dude. I know we actually paid extra last month to have a little bit this month, but they actually had more in stock. So they just sent it all to us.
Yeah.
He's like, super cool, dude. But he understands, because Bloomfield's not.
Well, and that's the thing too, is when you go out and hunt, it's not going to be a perfect day every day.
No.
Yeah. So
I honestly hate when it's a perfect day.
Yeah. The animals they're a lot more attentive. They hear a lot more. They see a lot more.
Have it a little bit breezy,
Now, actually, I'd rather it not have so much wind. But to me, it's like 3D is all trying to get me ready for that hunt or even tack. If we go out there for tack and it's not perfect, then are we just going to pack it up and come home? No, we're going to go and shoot the course.
I'm going to go hit the hot tub with Ty.
Did you hear that, Ty? Yeah. But no, like when we're out there hunting or something, it's not going to be perfect. It's going to be, if it's a hot day or something for whatever reason or bugs, mosquitoes, you're going to sit there.
Yeah. And I was telling my daughter that the other day. We're having a conversation about something and she's like, oh, I was tapping her arrow, the string with an arrow. And she's like, don't do that. And I was hitting it. And then she made a messed up shot. I was like, you're not focused. I know there's a dude, Joel Turner, that'll do that. He'll tap the arrow and mess with the bow and stuff, and your job is to stay focused on your sight.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't like it. I was like, yeah, I know you don't like it, but it teaches you to be focused on what you're aiming at, not what's going on around you.
Yeah.
I've had incidences where I'm at full draw, dude, and a freaking fly lands on you, and it's just crawling all over your face, and you're like, get the fuck off me. And it's like, you're trying to stay focused through the shot, dude. It's the hardest thing.
And see, that's
Kinda
why
get in your mouth and shit.
Yeah, that's why we joke with you. That's why I'm like, all right,
that's why.
That's why. Like, I need to build that way.
Yeah. We're just trying to toughen you up, Josh.
You guys are trying to fuck up my score so you guys can win.
So,
but the thing is, though, dude, like, I don't know. It takes a while for me to get mad, but once I'm mad, you guys are fucked.
I keep saying that.
Yeah, it's because it's hard. Because you guys, it's like hanging around with two helmet wearing kids, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, one's got fucking, one's over here fucking eating crayons, the other one's smelling markers. You know what I mean? It's like, why is your mouth magenta right now?
It doesn't taste like purple.
It doesn't taste like purple. So we gotta hide the markers from you guys. It's like,
no, but that's a great point. Like
eat crayons. That's why it makes a lot of good explaining.
Yeah, it's never gonna be perfect. You're gonna have some sticky situations, elements, bugs in your face, but like what I like. I feel like I can move a lot more when it's super windy because you're not trying to figure out where the wind is going. You know where it's going.
To an extent, but because it could change at any minute, right? We know this thermals and wind direction. It could change. It could be blowing left to right where you're standing and right to left when you get where you want to go.
Yeah,
or straight at them. You can't tell. But
there's days where you can tell, like the fucking wind's blowing complete trees over which way. Yeah, like, all right, I can definitely.
Those are ideal, dude. And like you said, it masks your sound. I was able. The first deer I killed with the bow, or ever, I was with the bow, and I used the wind to mask my sound while I was moving. Because when it died, dude, you can hear everything.
Yeah.
And I would only move when that gust would come, and you can hear it coming.
I mean, especially where we're at, like where it's like real rocky and a lot of dry, vegetation. It's like, dang, it's hard. But if it's raining, if it's snowing, if it's really windy, it's easier for you to move, and those animals aren't as, free to move. They'll kind of stay in a little spot or stay in their little sheltered areas, and you can definitely make some good stocks like that.
So I got a question for you.
What's up?
During a stalk, when you're moving in on an animal, what goes through your head, man?
Squirrel.
Don't breathe too loud.
Don't breathe. No. You know what, man? It's a combination. Like you were talking about Aurora. Like I need to pee. Like I'll like, fuck, I need to take my shoes off. I need to pee. I gotta, and then it's hindsight's 20/20. But in the moment, like it's for me, it always feels like there's like a Y in the road. When you're like, it's either this decision or that decision, and it's like my problem is that sometimes I don't fully commit. Like, all right, I'm gonna go up there and then I'm gonna wait here, and then I'm like, no, you know what? I'm gonna go back down where I was and then cut down around, and I'll blow it.
Yeah.
And instead of just like staying where I'm at and just making sure that I'm in some good cover and that the wind's right, and just wait for the animal to come, I'm making too much noise. I'm trying to move too fast. And that's been my biggest problem, is just trying to like quiet my mind, because like a lot of stuff goes through my mind, and it shouldn't. It should be like, all right, I'm going to do this and this and this, and then leave it at that, and I'm always trying to push the envelope. Like I'm always trying, like I know I can be super quiet and super sneaky, and I can get to that point, to this tree. And then from there, I'm like, all right, he didn't hear me. I'm going to get closer. And I'm going to go to this tree, and I'm going to go to this one. And then next thing you know, it's like, dude, you should have just stayed where you were at.
Yeah.
Would have had a shot.
Yeah. Yes and no. I agree with that. But, I mean, what's your comfort range? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you know you can take a shot at 70, but you feel more comfortable taking a shot at 50, why not try to get to 50?
Yeah. But for me, it's not even that. It's like 60 to 50.
Yeah.
It's like 10-yard difference.
The first deer I stalked, well, not the first deer I stalked, the one I killed, that same buck, I wanted to get like at least 20 yards closer. It would have put me within 30 yards of him. And I got to my 50-yard mark and he stood up. And I was like, all right, well, I'm not getting any closer.
Yeah.
So I had to take a shot from there. And I did, and I did kill him. But was I comfortable taking a shot at 50? I was, but it would have been a better shot at 30.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time,
Yeah.
you know, I couldn't have predicted that. I
Mhm.
just knew where I wanted to go, and I just cut it in sections, man. Same
Yeah.
thing, the way I hike too, the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I'll pick a spot because I know I'm going to get tired. I'll pick a spot. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to make it to that. And then I'm going to take a break. And then I'll glass. And then I'll go to that one. And then just keep doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm not thinking about the actual physical exhaustion that I'm getting going up to. I'm just getting to that spot. I'll catch my breath and then I'll keep going. But with like, I don't know, stalking deer or even the elk hunting, my whole thought process is like, don't let them see you.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's
Yeah.
pretty much it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get to here. Don't let them see you, and then
Yeah.
you get there and it's like the right range. Okay, I'm gonna try to get to here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let them see you, and just keep doing that until you're in range.
Yeah.
But I do tend to overthink it a lot of times.
Yeah, and see, for me, it's that. It's like I'll overthink it. But the time that I've had like really good opportunities have been, they just kind of like naturally happen. Like it's not forced. You know, like my elk, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna stay here. And I just stood there. I stayed there, and then a bunch of shit happened, and I was able to get a shot.
I put them in your lap.
Yeah, we did. You know, had him there, and then the same thing with that deer I had in 2021. Like
Mhm.
I spotted him as the sun's coming up, glassed him, watched him bed, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go from top of this ridge down to the bottom, follow that ridge on the other side, and come up. I ran that ridge up, and it took me at least 3 hours, man. Because I remember, hitting the off on my alarm for 7:30, and then getting to the bottom, and then having to hit my alarm again for 9:20. Because back then I had my alarms for 7:30, 9:20, 11:45, 2:20, like all the breaks for work. And I ended up burying my damn watch and went up from there. So it took me like 3-4 hours.
Yeah.
And there's other times where that same distance, I'll cover it in 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that's not the right move, and I just get impatient. So, are you looking forward to? Are you gonna do ASA? You gonna travel with it?
I want to travel with it. Yeah.
Me too.
I was hoping to go this weekend, but this morning was ugly.
Yeah, it
And then
was.
There's still another shot tomorrow, but I won't make that one.
Yeah, I won't make it. I won't make it tomorrow. But we should definitely look at the schedule and see when the next one is, and travel to that one. If we can maybe do an episode on the road.
Yeah.
Do that. Talking to Burball this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool. And seeing his product go from like what it was when we first started talking to him to what it is now, dude, it's crazy.
It's crazy, dude. And yeah, I don't know what he's gonna do with the 3D printing. He's got a lot of machines.
Yeah, he does.
So I was wondering if maybe he'll want to sell some.
I'd be sick.
But yeah, I hit him up and said, if it'd be possible for us to go and set up shop over there and record an episode. And he's like, he's down, but he's got to get through Vegas first.
Yeah, Vegas is coming up.
Yeah, so I think he's all packed up for that, man. I asked him if he was gonna be attacked. He didn't know yet.
Yeah.
But I know last time we were out there, he had gave us some product to go and
Yeah,
share.
I want to do the same thing again. See if I can talk to him and buy a couple of the new and improved
Injection
versions
molds.
and get those out there and get people to do it. I want to do some giveaways while we're out there. I want to do some interviews. Just talk to people and kind of see kind of what Ty was doing. Kind of ask him, what got you into this, or what do you enjoy about TAC, or just some cool stuff. So that'll be fun.
With our videographer out there, it should be.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
good. That'll
Yeah.
be cool, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that. I don't have to worry about it.
We just gave away some arrows. So the Random Acts of Kindness.
I know.
So
That's pretty cool.
We have some wraps and some veins on the way that
Yeah. Ordered
requested from our winner.
Yeah, ordered some wraps through Boutique and honeycomb turquoise, and then we got some turquoise and some white veins. Josh is gonna get those set up, and we'll get those sent out.
Yeah, it's Danielle Oliva out of Farmington, I think.
Nice.
Her
Shout out to
husband.
her.
Yeah. So we got some arrows coming for her.
And
custom built.
I think we said we were like at 70,
Oh, yeah.
70
Like
something.
70.
I thought it was 80, no?
Might be 80. 80.
Getting
So we're
close,
pretty close
guys.
to
We're getting
100, man.
close.
So I'm excited for that. Want to give those arrows away and get them built and sent out.
Yeah, if you guys want to share with your friends and tell more people and tell them that you have a chance of winning some arrows.
Yep.
It is. We're at 70.
70.
Yep. So
Yeah,
30 more.
cool. That's pretty good. I'm excited for the ASA stuff for TAC. I think we'll be able to get some people signed up.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do something. I was gonna run it by you and see if we could do the same kind of giveaway, but at the bow shoots here, where we give away, some veins or something
Mm-hmm.
if they like and subscribe. Enter them into a raffle, and we'll do that raffle that same day.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever subscribed or whatever, we'll give them a ticket, and then we'll do something.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Some wraps or some arrows, some lighted knocks, something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, let's see if we can even make like a QR shirt. Maybe they can scan your shirt.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Heck yeah.
I'll get my secretary in on that and make it happen.
Sweet. Anything else you guys want to add?
Well, from the Southwest Border Archers, we are accepting donations for the Red Mountain Archery team. So if anybody wants to donate, you can hit me up on joshua.andrew13 on Instagram, or find me on Facebook. And we can set that up. If you're willing to donate to getting them to nationals, man. So
All right.
Yeah, and
That's in Utah.
it's gonna be in Utah, yeah. So they'll be leaving the end of April.
Yeah.
And man, they got a shot, dude. They got
Yeah.
a shot bringing home a national title
Heck yeah.
to Deming. So
Heck yeah.
that's something that's pretty awesome for a team that's been together for as little time as they have, to be able to accomplish what they've accomplished in a short time. Just shows the dedication that the volunteers and the coaches have put in. And it's unfortunate, not having the support of the full athletic team.
yeah,
Like
I
the
got
same way
into-
that they do have support, but it's not the same effort. And that's the frustrating part for me,
Yeah.
is seeing the bus that the football team gets,
Yeah.
baseball team gets, and then it's like these guys are going to try to win a national championship, and what are they going in?
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah,
what's
so
going on with this, or what's going on
a
with
lot
that?
of things changed this year, man. I was upset about it too, not having the support and stuff where we usually have it. But then I got an explanation for a lot of it too. Like whenever they did the budget, it was before they switched archery from an after-school program to the academic or athletics program,
that
so
does
they weren't
explain a
part of
lot.
the budget.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully next year it's better.
Yeah.
Sweet.
They are getting a little bit of help to get to nationals and stuff, which makes it a
So
lot
all we
better
gotta
too,
do, is get them through this year. So
Yeah,
any
Through
support,
July.
any support.
Through July. Because
Well,
that's
the final, so the final team competition is the Western Nationals, which will be in Utah.
Oh, okay.
Now, if we have kids that qualify at nationals, they go to the Worlds, which
Mhm.
is I think in Virginia. At that point, it would be on the kids' parents to to take
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm hoping my daughter actually qualifies, man. She's been shooting pretty damn good. So
Yeah.
if she qualifies for Worlds, she can go to the world
Yeah.
title and stuff and go out to
That'd be
Virginia
awesome.
Beach.
Heck
So
yeah.
you have a Western Nationals and an Eastern Nationals,
Mhm.
and then the best of the best go to Worlds. And yeah, man, it's
Yeah, that'd be pretty sick.
That would be pretty
exciting.
awesome.
Yep.
So any support from anybody listening, please reach out to Josh.
yes.
We just gotta get them through this year, and then next year they'll have a better budget and
Yep.
be able to help them out accordingly. So
Yep.
want to
Yeah,
wish
man,
them.
That's the plan. We have a raffle coming up too that's gonna benefit. Everything's going to them. So
Mhm.
yeah, hopefully, man, we have enough to send them out on a good trip and bring home a national title, dude. It's
Yep,
really
yeah.
exciting.
Heck yeah.
Good luck to them from the Cool Arrows,
Yep.
and we'll catch you guys on the next one.
All right. Thanks.
Link in my bio. Subscribe.